Good music.
All right. Atomic Music Project, Little Rock EDM, the interview, the Little Rock Sync thing we do.
What's up, guys?
All right, this is Louis Mondragon,
The Dragon.
and Earl Strassner.
How you doing?
Correct. All right. So guys, want to explain what y'all do?
Sure.
What y'all play? Where you play?
I guess it can get a little bit complicated. Atomic Music Project, I guess, originated because of you and because of this guy.
It originated because of me, and I was a big fan of house and really progressive house, like Dead Mouse-ish.
Yeah.
And I brought Louis aboard because I know dubstep is progressing on. It's awesome, and Louis is very good at what he does. So I brought him along, and it's just worked out great how we mesh together and how we run our songs together. It runs very, very well.
Yeah, I think when we started Atomic Music Project, when Earl, when you first approached me, I think it was a little more, we wanted to do a little bit something different. So we took it sounds crazy, but we took about like 6 months to learn the process of doing what we do, which was learning the software, learning how to operate the software, learning how to do the controllers. I love my mom too. It was all about learning the software, learning how to operate it, and we made an investment. We made an investment to just get the gear, get the software. The software we use is
Ableton.
it's the way.
We use Ableton for live use. I run more myself in Reason and FL that builds up everything, and then I use Ableton as my audio effects and stuff like that to able to produce it live. It actually works out really well the way I do.
I think it's unfair for us to say we use one software because we really don't use one software. I mean, Earl here uses FL Studio, Reason, and there's a lot of sounds he makes in Reason, and he sends it to me and incorporate them into Ableton, which is and we apply those to our software.
We're also a big fan of the Pagan VSTs, the Ralph
Very
massive Predator. I think so.
It's raw Pagan.
We're talking about
raw.
with all the different.
Massive is fucking huge.
Massive.
It's a sensor.
Massive is literally massive. A lot of producers.
And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because originally when we started this, it was all about we're trying to do something that's a little bit different. But 7 months into the production phase, it turned out to be way different because we were like, we're going to write everything, we're going to produce everything ourselves. But at the end of the day, we found out that you can get loops, you can get all these kinds of sound effects that we incorporated into our sound.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
From Ableton itself, it's crazy because for me, for instance, I would come in and I would have an idea for a song. When I bring in Ableton, it might turn out totally different. And that's what I love about it because it can do that. And I think it has the power.
I think coming from I'm a guitar player myself. Earl obviously is a great bass player. Shouts out to My Hands the Warp, or the First Time Offenders. If you haven't heard those guys, go check him out because he's obviously in the bands. Great band guy, but anyway, coming from that background, guitar and the bass, we felt like it was just almost so complicated to be all hands-on. That's why we use the APC 40s, which is a great product by a guy, and it allows us to kind of
hard to out in you.
It's like an instrument that never was an instrument, but therefore, we just kind of made it happen.
I've seen some producers do some crazy things.
Of course.
There's
I think we took 7 months to kind of get produced stuff. 7 months. I think it's a year and a half now. Maybe a year and a half now to where we actually do live shows, and after every show, everything kind of evolves. I kind of feed off him, he feeds off me because it's kind of genuine because he does house, I do dubstep, so most of the guys
It's usually a really rough contrast. You can't, as a DJ, you can't go from 130 to 140.
Yeah, you really can't.
The only way to do it is to bring that 130 track, that last beat, is the first beat of that fucking that 140 track. That's the only way to mix it. And you're not really mixing that. You're just starting right as the other track ends. I've only heard a few people do it well. And when when you're using the APC 40, or when you're actually producing it on the fly, it's it's a lot easier to.
It can be stressful, but at the same time, I think stressful is the word because we love doing what
We just have fun.
Yeah, well, that's what's really like stress causes
It's a big adrenaline rush. Hey ladies,
Bye, Tracy.
the blondes love it. But I think when we originally started this project, because of Earl, because obviously Earl was it was his project. He kind of brought me into the situation, and maybe Atomic Music Project occurred because the name.
Yeah, and Atomic Music Project just started out as just an.
We're the original member of Atomic
Yes,
Music
yes.
Project.
I started it all, and it was just because I was doing a lot of rock stuff, and I've had a really partial bond to house and D&B, drum and bass, and
that's mine. Like drum and bass is where
Yeah.
it all comes down. 'Cause I was a metalhead,
Right.
like through high school, and then I heard the
Yeah.
first like pendulum track, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this song. And I went on
Yeah.
from there, like drum and bass, and then house has grown on me. Like that 4/4, like I was in high school band for years, and 4/4 is just boring.
Right,
You know, but
yeah.
over time, there's been really good electro tracks that I love, and they're 4/4, but they're like going to a rock show.
and
You know,
the
when you go
trick
see
is-
a real good electronic act.
And the trick is with house is that you're in 4/4, you're kind of gated a little bit of what you want to do, so you got to try to come out with something different, some type of rhythm that's different, and it is tough. But I mean, if you just put your mind to it and you have a lot of ideas in your head, just put it out, and that's all it's all. That's what it's all about with us. Just having fun. Just having fun and having fun with friends. That's all.
Playing in front of people is always a
Right. And almost Bushy. If everybody doesn't know, shouts out to Big Bushy over here.
What's up, Bushy?
Are the Cowboys in? On a closing statement, I will say this: when we started this project, when we started this project, we had one goal in common, and that was to make you dance. And I hope you're dancing because we do it for you. So. We had a great time. We always have a great time, and I hope you had a great time. Next time, bring your grandma because she will have a good time.
She will dance too.
We call ourselves ATM, Atomic Music Project. Thank you so much for being a part of EDM,
AMP,
Little Rock,
AMP, Little Rock EDM,
Little Rock EDM.